have been discussing our topic of teamwork. Monday and Tuesday, we read our story, Winners Never Quit, by the famous soccer player, Mia Hamm. Today, we are going to read an informational text called Be a Team Player. An informational text gives facts about a topic. As we read, we can find facts about being on a team in this social studies text. Our text focus for this story will be a checklist. A checklist is a list of names or things to think about or do. What do you learn from the checklist on page 184? Once we get to that page, we will look at the checklist and see what can we learn from it. Before we begin reading our story, I want you to think about, have you ever been on a team before? This can be a sports team, like a baseball team or a basketball team. Maybe you've been a part of the Boys or Girl Scouts, or a dance team, or maybe you have even been on a team when playing a game with your friends. Think about what makes a good team player. What kind of people do you like to play with on your team? Let's read our story, Be a Team Player. Have you ever loved playing on a team? Most people have lots of fun on a team. All kinds of people play on teams. Sisters and brothers play. Friends and cousins play. There are all kinds of teams. Some people play baseball or basketball. Some play soccer or volleyball. People may play on a field or on a court. No matter what kind of team it is, it's important to be a good team player. Try not to feel sorry if you lose a game. Everyone loses sometimes. It's only important to try your best and have fun. Here is a checklist of things to remember when you play on a team. Be a team player. Pay attention to the coach. Follow the rules. Do your best. Don't quit. Have fun. At the beginning of our story, we talked about how our text focus would be about a checklist. Remember that a checklist is a list of names or things to think about or do. What can we learn from our checklist on page 184? When we look at our checklist, we see that the title is Be a Team Player. Then we see some tips for how we can help ourselves become a team player. On this checklist, it provides us with things to think about in order for us to be a good team player. To be a good team player, you must pay attention to the coach, follow the rules, do your best, don't quit, and have fun. If you remember, in our story, Winners Never Quit by Mia Hamm, sometimes Mia could score a goal, and it made her feel very happy and excited. But we can't always win and score goals. So sometimes Lefty, the goalie, would stop Mia from scoring a goal. This made Mia feel very upset and angry. It made her feel so angry, she actually quit the game. Her friends encouraged her to keep playing the game, but Mia stomped off the field and into the house. Lefty called her a quitter. The next day, Mia ran outside to join the game again. But they didn't want somebody who quits the game to play on the team. Lefty said, "If you can't learn to lose, you can't play." Mia then had to stand on the sidelines and watch all of her friends play. Her friends gave Mia a second chance. And when she got upset, instead of quitting, she decided to keep playing because winners never quit the game. Think of what is on this checklist. Are you a team player when you play with your friends or family? Do you pay attention? Do you follow the rules? Do you do your best and not quit? Most importantly, do you have fun? In this informational text, we got to learn great things about how to be a team player and about all the different teams you can be a part of. Think of how you can be a team player every day when you are working with other people. To end our lesson, let's complete an activity in our reader's notebook.
To end our lesson, I'm going to have you complete an activity in your reader's notebook on page 215. This activity wants you to spell words with CV syllables. Remember, CV stands for consonant vowel. Here we have 10 words in our spelling words box. For each of the sections, we have directions we have to follow. Before we go over our directions, let's read our words one time. Our words are even, open, begin, baby, tiger, music, paper, zero, table, below. All of these words in the spelling words box have something in common. Do you know what it is? All of these words have 2 syllables in them. This week we have been working on breaking words apart based on how many syllables they have. For example, the word baseball. The first syllable we hear base, and the second syllable we hear ball. The word separates between the E and the B. What you are going to do for the first section is write the spelling words with the long E sound in the first syllable. Remember that with our long vowels, they just say their letter names. So words with the long E will make the E sound. I want you to look at the words in our spelling words box. When you say the word, listen to the first syllable. What words do you hear the long E? I see one. The word even. When we say the word even, even. The first syllable, we hear E, and the second syllable, we hear N. Even. We hear the long E in the first syllable, so the word even is one of the words that we are going to write in the blank. Even. We will only use each word one time. So after you use a word, you can cross it out since we will not be using it again. For the first section, there are 4 words total that all have the long E sound in the first syllable. Look at the rest of the words. Listen to where the words separate by syllables and write the remaining words that have the long E as the first syllable. For the next section, the directions tell you to write the spelling words with the long A sound in the first syllable. Remember that the long A just says its name, A. Look at your remaining spelling words in the box and listen for the words that have the A sound in the first syllable. There will be 3 words fit in this section. Listen for words that have the long A sound in the first syllable, then write them in the blanks for numbers 5, 6, and 7. For the last section, you have to write the spelling words with these long vowel sounds in the first syllable. For number 8, write the word that has the long I sound. The long I says its name, I. Listen for the word that has the long I in the first syllable. For number 9, you are listening for the word that has the long O sound, O, in its first syllable. Look at your remaining words in the box and write the word that has the O sound in its first syllable. And for your last problem, number 10, write the word that has the long U sound in the first syllable. Look at the rest of your words in your spelling words box and write the word in the blank for number 10. Once you have finished filling in all of your words and you have used all 10 of them, you will be all done with this activity. We will check your answers during your reading intervention time. If you have any questions before then, please let me know, and I will see you soon.